Connecting the Valley. This is NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Thank you for joining us for your midday news. I'm Olivia Sandusky here alongside meteorologist Jerry Steffen. You've made it back to Monday for another holiday week.
Yeah, exactly. And we're looking at a chance of rain in our future for Southern California and the Southwest. What does it mean for us in the Valley? I'll have the timing and a look at the possible amounts of rain we may see here in the Coachella Valley. Also, are we going to see snow in the mountains? Fingers crossed. I'll let you know, though.
All right, Jerry. Thank you. That full forecast in just a bit. Let's get to your top story this morning. Over the weekend, youth voices filled the streets of Cathedral City as a local organization spoke out against ICE activity and immigration detentions here in the Coachella Valley. But for this group, protesting is just one part of a much larger mission. Our Alondra Campos joins us live in studio with more on how they're educating younger generations about their rights. Alondra?
That's right, Olivia. This youth-led organization was founded by local students years ago, and now it's using technology, social media, and grassroots organizing to support families who live in fear amid ICE operations and educate the youth about their civil rights.
In 2017, Samantha Rodriguez was still in high school when her family received news that would change everything.
When I first started this organization, it was when my uncle in Kansas initially got arrested by ICE, and we were dealing as a family with trying to figure out legal, proceedings and legal just decisions with our family there.
At a time when fear surrounded immigration enforcement, Rodriguez says she realized youth voices were missing from the conversation.
I was actually I think 16 or 15 when I started it, so I had no the only leadership skills I had was an ASB, but I definitely felt moved to create something that I guess us as youth could feel more like we're empowering the youth in the community, right?
Since then, United Youth We Stand has served as a youth-based organization built on advocacy, education, and community support. Over the weekend, that mission was on full display as members and supporters gathered in Cathedral City, protesting ICE activity and immigration detentions.
Go, hey, hey! Go home! Donald Trump has got to go!
But members say protests are only one part of the work they do.
A big thing that we saw, especially in our valley with everything happening, was that families were staying without food resources. We created a GoFundMe to get funds to support families that need groceries.
With the help of our community, we received, I believe, $500 in donations.
The organization has also created a broadcast channel on Instagram with more than 300 participants, where community members can share tips and report ICE sightings in real time.
We get personal DMs from people that don't want to be put out, and that want to be more anonymous, and they send us a DM either to our own personal page or they sent us a DM to our account, our org page, and it's either with pictures and timestamps of when these sightings happen, or it's just a message of what was seen, right?
That tool proved critical just 2 weeks ago when members were able to alert a local family that one of their loved ones had been detained by ICE.
We helped identify someone who was taken. We received a message that because everyone was posting, I believe that his family was aware of what happened as well. So they texted us, or they sent a message and posted it and said his family is aware now.
At the core of the organization, members say, is youth empowerment.
We're really quick to put ourselves out there, and I think that's happened a lot with our generation, where I feel like I've seen a lot of youth-led movements up across California that has really pushed at least me, to continue what I'm doing.
Planning a second protest set for later today in Palm Springs, where they say they'll continue calling for immigration reform and sharing resources with families in need. Live in studio, I'm Alondra Campos. Back to you, Olivia.
Alondra, thank you. The Palm Springs Police Department continuing to investigate a fatal crash that took the life of a 93-year-old woman on Sunday. This happened around 3:24 p.m. at the intersection of South El Cielo Road and Kirk Douglas Way. According to the police department, a white Mazda was traveling northbound in the number 2 lane of South El Cielo Road. A gray Honda traveling southbound attempted to make an eastbound left turn and collided with the Mazda. The driver of the Honda was a 93-year-old woman who was transported to a local hospital with serious injuries. She later died from those injuries. The driver of the Mazda remained on scene and was cooperative. Drugs or alcohol do not appear to be a factor in this crash, and anyone with additional information is encouraged to contact the Palm Springs Police Department's Traffic Division. A 35-year-old Cathedral City man was arrested on suspicion of assault over the weekend. According to the Cathedral City Police Department, they received a report on this incident at 10:20 p.m. Saturday night on San Gabriel Circle. Investigators discovered that Raymond Elias and his 40-year-old fiancee got into a verbal argument. It allegedly escalated into physical violence. Police say that Elias assaulted his fiancee, causing injuries. They say he also pointed a handgun at the victim before she was able to escape and call for help. Elias was found at the home and taken into custody without incident. He's been booked on suspicion of assault with a firearm and is expected to make his first court appearance Wednesday in Indio. Time now for Know Before You Go, because there are a few road updates. While Vista Chino and Gene Autry Trail are open this morning after being cleaned up from the holiday storm we saw last week, Palm Springs city officials telling us today North Indian Canyon Drive is still closed. This is now 5 days later. Crews continuing to clear the roadway from sand and debris from the storm there. The road has been shut down since Wednesday. The city sharing some photos taken over the weekend on social media, giving a glimpse at the current conditions there, assuring the public they are hard at work. So we'll keep you updated as those roads continue to reopen. And it could be just in time for some more rain this week. We've got a live look right now for you. The Palm Springs aerial tram cam, a beautiful shot this morning. But we do want to let you know, if you have plans to head out there with friends or family, you may want to reschedule for a later time. The tram is saying tickets are all sold out until 2 o'clock this afternoon. So you can head up a little later if you've got the time today and enjoy those beautiful mountain views. And with that, let's bring you outside a live look. Our Agua Caliente casino camera, downtown Palm Springs. Temperatures feeling nice and cool as we start to make our way into 2026 this week. And as we check in with Jerry, noticing a lot of breeze in the palm trees. They're really blowing this morning.
Yeah, the winds are an issue this morning. 64 degrees, 14-mile-an-hour sustained winds, gusting past that at times. 17% relative humidity, a dry air mass thanks to the Santa Ana winds in place. 51 degrees at Yucca Valley and Joshua Tree. 64 Desert Hot Springs right now in the Coachella Valley, moving into the 70s in some areas. 71 degrees at Palm Desert, 70 Indio, San Gorgonio Pass, upper 50s, lower 60s right now. Winds, yeah, big issue. They're coming out of the northeast right now. 26-mile-an-hour gust at Yucca Valley, offshore push through the San Gorgonio Pass, even 36-mile-an-hour gust at Banning, about the same at Cabazon, 21-mile-an-hour gust at the airport. So winds will be an issue this morning into the afternoon hours, and a wind advisory in effect through tomorrow morning. It does include the west end of the valley, San Gorgonio Pass into the Inland Empire Mountains included too. Nothing in radar over Southern California right now. That'll change in a couple days, but for now, dry air in place with its Santa Ana wind flow. Temps near normal, upper 60s, lower 70s, right where we should be. 71 degrees in Palm Springs, 70 Indio, 67 today at Desert Hot Springs. But we're watching a system that was offshore a few days ago. It went down to the southwest. Now it's backing up in our direction. That low will bring a chance of rain for Southern California. More on that in the full forecast. So today and tomorrow, 71 for Palm Springs. Clouds will begin to thicken late today and again on Tuesday, setting up a chance of rain for New Year's Eve night for some areas of Southern California. I'll explain. Full forecast minutes away.
Jerry, thank you. More local headlines. And speaking of New Year's Eve, to help prevent impaired driving this New Year's holiday, the Walter Clark Legal Group is offering free rides across the Coachella Valley. It's the Safe Ride Home program. It covers up to $50 for a one-way cab or Lyft ride from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. That's Tuesday through Thursday morning. The program is available in local cities, including Palm Springs, Indio, La Quinta, and Palm Desert. Organizers say their goal is simple: get impaired drivers off the road and help everyone get home safely. Uber rides are not included. Reimbursements are limited to one per household per day. And also, don't forget, Sunline is offering free bus fares across the valley. Routes 1 through 9 are available to take free of charge from now until January 2nd, so you can also use that as well. Please remember to celebrate within reason. And on New Year's Eve, your Coachella Valley Firebirds hitting the home ice again, this time against the Bakersfield Condors. This holiday special game starts at 5 o'clock. It will include an indoor fireworks show after the game concludes, so stick around for that. Few ways to celebrate the new year throughout the Coachella Valley, and this one you get to do indoors, which may be nice if we see some sprinkles. Still ahead on your midday news, 2025 has seen a troubling rise in political violence. Right after the break, NBC takes a deep dive into the growing trend. And we have another live look outside for you this morning. Our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. You can see some of the trees there moving, although a little less windy than we saw in Palm Springs. A few people out there enjoying the sunshine. Jerry's tracking all of your weather forecasts for your 7 days still ahead, so stay with us.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the
Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Welcome back. This year we saw a troubling trend, growing threats against political leaders. NBC's Stephanie Goss looks at the rise of political violence in 2025.
On September 10th, an unthinkable act of political violence playing out before a crowd of 3,000. The brazen assassination of influential conservative activist Charlie Kirk as he was speaking on the campus of Utah Valley University. The 31-year-old CEO of Turning Point USA leaving behind his wife and 2 small children. The attack prompting an outcry over political violence in the U.S.
We can return hate with hate. And that's the problem with political violence, is it metastasizes.
The investigation revealed signs of a troubling new trend. Bullet casings inscribed with threatening messages, including one investigators say read, "Hey fascist, catch." The suspect is charged with aggravated murder and could face the death penalty. He has not yet entered a plea. Some data shows political violence is getting worse, with threats against public figures from both parties on the rise. Capitol Police telling NBC News its agents were on track to work through roughly 14,000 threat assessment cases this year alone, up 48% from 2024. Kirk's assassination follows attacks on other political leaders this year. On April 13th, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro was the target of an arson attack on his home.
It's especially hard to know that he tried to burn our family to death while we slept.
Security camera video shows a man breaking into the governor's mansion using Molotov cocktails to start the fire. The suspect later pleaded guilty. And 2 months later, on June 14th in Minnesota, Democratic state legislator Melissa Hortman and her husband gunned down in their home. Prosecutors say the suspect went on a planned rampage that started with shooting Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette at their home nearby. Authorities say the suspect had notebooks filled with names and addresses of over 45 Democratic lawmakers. The suspect has pleaded not guilty.
This was a grievous wound that Minnesota experienced. These are public servants that raised their hands and said they would serve, and they were just doing their job.
In the wake of Kirk's assassination, President Trump declared October 14th Kirk's birthday as a national day of remembrance and posthumously awarded him the Presidential Medal of Freedom. His widow, Erica Kirk, now taking over as CEO of Turning Point USA, saying at his memorial that she forgives his killer.
I forgive him because it was what Christ did and is what Charlie would do. The answer to hate is not hate.
That was NBC's Stephanie Gosk reporting. Meanwhile, this morning, the Trump administration is examining diversity-related initiatives using a federal civil law that allows the government to recover funds lost through fraud. According to reports from the Wall Street Journal, companies including Google and Verizon are among those that have received requests from the Justice Department for documents and information related to their workplace programs. The inquiries are being conducted under the False Claims Act. Companies across several industries, such as automotive, pharmaceutical, defense, and utilities, are reportedly included in this review. Some companies have met in person with Justice Department officials as part of the process. Since taking office in January, the president has taken steps to end federal diversity, equity, and inclusion programs and has expressed opposition to similar initiatives in the private sector and in education. And you may start to see fewer Starbucks shops around next year. After decades of constant growth, the chain is now shrinking its presence in major U.S. cities. Starbucks plans to close about 400 locations, mostly in large metro areas. It's already closed dozens of storefronts, including 42 shops in New York City alone. It's due to rising competition in saturated areas, remote work, and higher costs. The company says it will now focus on fewer, stronger locations and new designs starting in the new year. Take a little break from the headlines and bring you outside a live look. Our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage, which is shaking just a little bit. We showed you the wind, which was very visible in Palm Springs. Jerry's tracking those conditions right after the break with your 7-day forecast.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature.
Check it out, the sunshine. Walter Clark, 111 Cam. Yeah, clear skies right now. Enjoy the blue because clouds will begin to move in tonight and a little more cloud cover tomorrow. Yesterday, we had near normal numbers. 70 the high in Palm Springs, 69 the normal, and we'll be near that again today. Right now, lots of 60s, even a few low 70s in the Coachella Valley under clear skies right now. But we have a wind advisory in effect for the west end of the valley, San Gorgonio Pass, Inland Empire area mountains. That expires tomorrow late morning. And today, winds an issue around the San Gorgonio Pass, Desert Hot Springs, even along and north of I-10 in the wind-prone areas. That backs off a little bit tomorrow, more so on Wednesday. Nothing on radar here. We're looking at a low-pressure center, which was offshore of Southern California a few days ago. It made its way down to the south. Now it's moving back up. It's a cutoff low, cut off from the main circulation. That's why it's kind of meandering. But anyway, as it heads in our direction, the rain chances go up as we close out the year and welcome in the new one. 69 to 73, a range of highs, mostly sunny skies right now. Some high clouds move in late in the day, but Santa Ana winds will be with us. Around that 70-degree mark, so near normal numbers this afternoon, and about the same for Tuesday, but with additional clouds, mostly high clouds, a few mid-level clouds moving in late in the day. This is Wednesday's surface map. That low I was talking about, it'll be moving in our direction. So Wednesday, it'll shovel up some moisture in Southern California. Right now, the GFS has most of the action to the west and north of us, but a few showers late in the day on New Year's Eve night, a possibility. Then on New Year's Day, we're looking at cooler weather, lots of clouds, and even a better chance of rain for Southern California. The timing, according to the NAM, here's the clock here, Wednesday morning, and we'll begin to see some rain in the mountains. The snow level stays quite high. And then around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, we'll see some showers around us, and a few maybe moving into the valley, very light stuff late in the day on Wednesday. Here's a look at Wednesday forecast as far as rain. Could see some light showers to the west, according to the ensemble forecast, with a little better chance on the 1st of 2026. Here's another breakdown of the rain we can expect as we move into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Late Christmas Eve, a few hit and miss showers, and then maybe a little bit more, mostly on the west end of the valley. Okay, snow level stays quite high. In fact, 1,100 feet. 11,000 feet, 1 o'clock on Wednesday, and it stays basically rain through Thursday until it drops to 8,300 feet on Friday morning. By then, yeah, maybe an inch if we're lucky. Comfort Air 7-day forecast. Yeah, close to normal numbers, around 70 degrees today and tomorrow with building clouds. Chance of rain, looks like that'll happen Wednesday night into the 1st of 2026, Thursday.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
New Year's Eve is upon us, and Agua Caliente Casinos is once again the place to be. Either Palm Springs, Rancho Mirage, or Cathedral City. Here to tell us all about it is its Vice President of Marketing, Pearl Aguinaldo. Welcome, Pearl.
Thank you, Gianna. Thanks for having me.
So this year's theme is Frozen Oasis, and I hear you have something special going on at each location. Can you just tell us about them?
Absolutely. New Year's Eve has always been one of our favorite nights of the year at Agua Caliente Casinos. And that's because it's really It allows us to create unforgettable moments for our guests. And at all 3 of our locations, starting with Rancho Mirage, it's free valet. It's free valet at all 3 of our properties. But at Rancho Mirage, you're greeted with a paparazzi red carpet setup just to give that VIP elevated experience that all of our guests should be treated. And we have a great treat at the show. We have Sister Sledge and Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Ooh.
He rocked the stage last year, and he's going to do it again, even bigger and better this year. One thing that we're doing differently this year is that we are then going to, once we end with Casey and the Sunshine Band, we're opening up the show for a free concert to ring in the new year at the show. So the guests are welcome to come on in and celebrate with us at the show or on the casino floor. Either way, it's going to be a memorable experience.
And what about in Palm Springs?
Well, in Palm Springs, we have a spectacular outdoor block party where we are there to do it big and do it right. We have a huge live party band that's going to fill up the stage with energy, with trumpets, dancing, trombones. You name it, we're going to have it. We have DJs. We also have games and prizes. But most importantly, we're going to have fireworks to bring in the new year the right way.
And how about Cathedral City?
Well, Cathedral City, we have such a great treat. It's our free option. We invite everybody to come join us, and we're going to bring the same energy. Because when we do it right, we got to do it right. We got to do it big. At Cathedral City, we're also going to have a live band, DJs, but most importantly, just like we have fireworks and KC at the other 2 properties, we have a live drone show for the Coachella Valley and beyond. And of course, in partnership with the Cathedral City, this is going to be the first time we're going to have a New Year's Eve drone show, and we're so excited about it.
Well, that sounds so incredible. And we've had the privilege of partnering with you year after year, broadcasting from each of your locations for those who can't be there. But there's really nothing like being there live, right?
Absolutely. I mean, there's nothing other than just rubbing elbows with your family and friends, enjoying the high energy that each of our property will deliver, and also just making new friends throughout the new year and giving your neighbor a hug. You know, it's going to be fun. However, I mean, at least we will want to make sure that we cater to everybody's way of the way they want to ring in the new year. And so this, televising it and making sure that we bring in that energy into their homes is very important as well.
And where can we go for more information?
Well, you can log on to aguacalientecasinos.com.
Well, thank you so much. This sounds so incredible. I'm excited. I know everybody else is excited, and you guys as well. We really appreciate you being here and telling us all about it.
Thank you for having me. See you there.
We'll be right back.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Well, Forbes has determined Beyonce has joined the billionaire club. She's the 5th musician to reach the milestone, and also her husband, Jay-Z, is as well. Taylor Swift, Bruce Springsteen, and Rihanna round out your top 5. Wow. Beyonce's recent successes include her 2023 Renaissance tour that grossed to $600 million, and then she had her Cowboy Carter album, also brought in a whole lot of money. So we'll see what Beyonce does in 2026.
Dang, yeah, all right.
Money.
Temps kind of close to normal, low 70s today. We're expecting things to change as we move into the end of the year. We're looking at that system moving in our direction, bringing rain, possibly Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve night, and New Year's Day.
We'll see you at 5.